All right. Hello, everyone. We are live. I hope you guys are seeing me. Let me know when you can see me here. I always take a minute to see if you guys are seeing me. Last week was a little wonky. I had my settings wrong. So let me know if you can see me. I can't always see in the chat. I think that's the issue I was having last week. Hi. Oh, good. There's a chat today. So that was my issue last week. There was no chat. And I'm like, are you guys here? All right. Hello. 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 Welcome. Oh, it's good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Let me just get my camera correct. And there we go. I like things a certain way on the back end. It is so good to see you guys and be here with you guys today and just share in this energy. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Oh, it's good to see you. So it's been a big week. How are we all feeling? We have like the solar flares, like all this stuff was happening in the world. Were you guys feeling it? Were you guys tired or energized or moody or what was going on with you? Because I've heard the gamut of things happening to people. And for me, I did get tired. And there's just been like a lot of shifting in energy and like things that are going and things that are coming in are coming in. It just feels like it's happening at like, light speed right now. So just curious to know how you guys are handling it. If you're feeling it, you're exhausted. Okay, good. You're not alone. Yeah, I was so exhausted. I was like, you know, unusually exhausted. Like I was saying, like I'm like lethargic though. It's not just like a little tired, right? My energy's back and I feel great now, by the way, but it was a thing. So hello. I know for some of you, this is like middle of the night or late at night. So thank you. Thank you for being here. So sleepy and needing to take a nap. I know, right? Yeah. Well, hopefully all of that is start. Oh, you're from Corona. Okay, cool. You're not far away. Hopefully all of that is going to start dissipating soon. I don't know how long these take. I don't know the last time we had one or if I've ever been this affected, but this was big. I was like, wow, this is a thing, right? We're getting upgrades. Humanity is actually getting upgrades. And so in my membership call yesterday, we downloaded a bunch of new human upgrades and new light codes for humanity. It was really spectacular. So today I just wanted to come on and just sort of help everybody with a clearing because I was feeling like the universe was saying like, they need support. They've got to be kind of tired from all of this. This is a big shift for everybody. So I wanted to come in here. I'm just reading the comments too, because I love seeing you're in bed. It's 9 o'clock. Some of you can't sleep. You're in Denver, Colorado. So eyes have been very tired lately. Yeah. Yeah. This, I don't know, it's called a few things, but the solar flare has been really intense for people. So thank you for joining me. I'm excited to be here. And I want to just take a moment and listen to what guide is telling me, guides, spirit guides. Yeah, a lot of it is just like let's clear off the old for everybody here, right? It feels like there's a lot of old stuff, old paradigm stuff, old codes, and like let's just clear that up and create space for whatever's coming in that's new for you all. I feel like it's like almost like you're trying to hold both simultaneously, right? So you have the old stuff and then the new energy coming in. You're like, I'm carrying both, and it's just like a lot, right? So let's go ahead and just clear that if everyone's up for that today. I think that'll just feel better. You guys will just be more energized and I think receptive to the new light codes that are coming in so that you guys can receive that. So hopefully that sounds good to everybody. And some of you, are you joining me for the first time? There's been quite a few people coming into my world. So I don't know who's joining me for the first time today, but welcome if you are. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Mariko Frederick. I'm the CEO of Soul Priority. I'm the founder of Astral Therapy, and I do come live regularly, usually every Thursday, to bring in new light codes and just to help everybody. I feel like we're like almost assimilating with all the new energies that are happening right now. So this is what we're doing today. So welcome. Okay. Just grounding you all in, just bringing you into a beautiful circle of light. And for some of you, I've gotten a lot of questions of like, what is that language you're speaking? It's a light language. It's a frequency from the higher realms coming out in sound. So that's what it is. When you hear me speak in a different language, it's light language. And it's how I shift. It's how I sort of like upgrade people. It's how I clear things. So first time. Okay, beautiful. Oh, you saw me on Next Level Soul. Welcome. Welcome. That was the best. First time from the UK. Awesome. All right. So you don't have to do anything, just sit back and enjoy. And I'm just going to channel, and I'm going to use some light language, and I'm going to just kind of clear some of the denser, older energies off, because we don't need those anymore. Actually, we're here for a higher age. We're here for what is happening next for ourselves, for humanity, all the new things that we're bringing in. And so I want to bring these to you today. All right. So just enjoy yourself, sit back, relax. So there are, so I'm just going to start channeling. All right. One of the things I miss, I used to do intuitive readings and I sort of stopped them. And I kind of want to bring a little bit of that back because they're a lot of fun. So I might ask for a couple people, pop a couple questions in there if you want to. And I may not get to, I won't get to everybody, but I do kind of feel like there's a couple people that I just sort of want to channel and ask some questions. So if you have a question, go ahead and pop it in there. All right. So, but first, Spirit is telling me like there is several of you here right now. Okay, so several of you here right now and on the replay, that you are here. I could say in general, it's easy to say like, oh, we're all meant for more. We're all here to play big. But there's a few of here that they're saying like, you guys are really meant for something very big, very big. And like, you need to get the exposure that you need. Like you have something inside of you. You have an idea, you have a code, you have like this, something that's getting birthed into the world. And I feel like you're not doing it yet, or you're not doing it big enough, but like, this needs to be something for a lot of people, right? This is sort of like, this is the idea, the new idea that humanity needs. And so just make sure, don't keep that a secret. Whatever you need to do, talk about it on a podcast, write a book, like whatever you need to do to get your message out there. I feel like there's several of you that have a really big message for humanity and you're like, oh, I don't know if it's my time and I don't know how to do it. And like, just go do it, right? Just start. So I think the first thing is like they see you, you are seen. For those of you hiding, like you're not hiding from your guides, like they see you and they're like, hello, let's go. So I don't know who that is. I'm not going to call you out specifically, but I know there are some folks listening right now and on the replay that just needed to hear that that it's what I'm hearing is like you guys, there's some of you, let me just get this languaging down. Sometimes they give it to me all at once and I have to dilute it into human language. So everybody here is here for something more. You're here to up level and usher in a higher age of humanity. And then there's certain people on the call right now that I'm feeling that you're here for global impact, not just your friends and family. So I don't know who you are, but you are here for global impact. You need to get off the sidelines and really start getting into action around what it is that you know you're here to do. And the thing is, you know it and you're kind of not doing it. So first things first. All right. Okay. Beautiful. Just want to sort of clear some of your energies that are going on. I feel like there has just been a lot of like, feels like we've been in a bit of a pressure cooker as far as the energetic shift that's been happening. And then I feel like some of us are holding the energy for the planet. And it just feels like a lot. So let's just kind of go ahead and release that. Bromina la ka, imana ka, te mina la. Just clearing and shifting those old energies off of you, and some of them are very old. Like they're just like the way I see a lot of these light codes. I mean, I see them in different ways, but one of the ways I'm seeing it right now is like these empty translucent boxes. Like they used to be a box full of light. Now it's just like this translucent box and you've used it up. You don't need it anymore. Humanity doesn't need it anymore. They're old. You're working off an old paradigm and it's time to like step into a new light and a new paradigm and a new frequency of power and of energy and of potential. And so it is about letting go of the old right now and stepping into the new. And I really do feel like that's what we're being called to do as as a species in humanity. It's time to let go of what not just the past. I'm not talking about your personal past as far as like your traumas or your feelings or whatever you went through. I mean, like the past energies. Like it's time to let go of those past energies and step into a new frequency. And then there's those of you who are ushering in a new frequency. It's not just like raining on us naturally. I mean, some of it is, I think, but then also there's those of us that are like opening up this new frequency and then going, here, world, this is the new frequency. This is what you do with it, right? So for those of you who are on the call that are feeling like, oh yeah, that's me, like time to get to work. All right. Just clearing off those old energies. You don't need them right now. And just creating and opening a space. Opening up a space just so that you can have space for these new energetic codes to drop in, these newer codes of abundance. The way that you see your reality is going to change. The way that you see and experience abundance is going to change. I think a lot of it's tied to the old paradigm of how things should go and how we have to work hard. And things don't have to actually be hard. They just need to be aligned. And I think for a long time, I was like, what does that even mean? Like I heard it, but it's like alignment isn't just something that we talk about, and it's an experience within us of like, oh, I am so aligned with that, right? It's being in the flow of like everything just comes with ease. And so same with abundance and money, it doesn't have to be the struggle. It can just be like, I'm fully aligned with who I am, what I'm here to do, my gifts, my talents, and then abundance comes to me because of who I'm being in the world, how I show up, how I share my gifts and talents, right? So that's alignment on a deeper level. So it's about not waiting your turn anymore, but just stepping into full alignment and owning your power and owning who it is that you are and who you're meant to be. Is this making sense to you guys? So it's like shifting and bringing that timeline that used to take so long and going, no, we're just doing this all now. I'm in alignment now. I'm ready now. I don't have to wait for abundance to rain down on me. I'm ready right now. And claiming that you're ready right now, claiming that abundance is yours right now. There's no waiting. There's no taking your time, right? You can just do this right now. All right. Beautiful. You're ready for this. You guys are ready. You're all ready. Beautiful. A lot of it's like, this is easy. Like you guys didn't even need a lot. It's just like clearing off that extra heaviness, that film, those old codes that you've been using, they're outdated. And sometimes it's just a matter of giving ourselves permission to let go of something that feels really familiar that we thought we needed. And it's like, well, you really don't though. It's outdated and they're not helpful anymore. It's just weighing you down as you're trying to pick up these new codes, this new energy. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying here. It's just a new frequency, a new frequency that's coming in for humanity. And you guys are ushering in that frequency, right? It's not just raining down on us accidentally. You want to usher it in. You want to be part of the change. You want to be part of the movement of people that are the humans that are saying, okay, I'm gifted, I'm talented, I'm here for something bigger. And this is how I'm going to usher in my portion. This is how I'm going to share what I know, right? All right. So I have some questions coming in and I do want to answer. I do want to look at a few because I love doing this. I'm not going to answer all of them, just the ones that Spirit's like really pulling me to look at. So give me a moment here. This is I feel a big inner transformation coming. Even my healing sessions begin to transform, so a bit destabilized. Any advance on going through this shift? Yeah, especially as a healer, it's not always easy as a healer to be going through these shifts. And so you do, it's also why I'm just showing up here, on YouTube, just sort of helping you clear. When you want to work from your higher self. You want to work from not the human that you are when you're doing healing, but you want to work from your higher self. And so like kind of connecting into that higher realm body and then doing the healing from there is going to keep you, one, really well protected, but also just more energized because it's not just your human personal energy that you're channeling through this human that you are, but really stepping into that higher realm being, that intergalactic being, stepping into that version of you and then doing the healing from that standpoint. And that goes for all healers. Like you can step into your bigness, step into that aligned higher self and work from there instead of working from the human. I hope that helps. All right. And then Fatima says, hello, dear. Hope you're feeling well. Feeling very emotional. Yes, global impact. Yeah. Yeah. And take your time, slow down if you have to. You don't have to rush through things. You can rest a lot. It's okay. There's nothing saying that you need to like do a lot right now. The big doing is just being who you're meant to be, right? That's all that we're here to do. Just being the soul, being aware of who you are. Just reading more. Writing keeps coming up for me, but it's not something I've been drawn to. I feel like my primary purpose is a great secret that they haven't let me in on yet. Well, Blu-ray, I don't know about you, but I can tell you that a lot of times writing is how I chat with my spirit guides. So I'll ask a question and I'll write to like my highest and most enlightened spirit guides and ask them a question and then they write back. And it's almost like I'm channeling through the writing. So you're feeling like I need to write, but you're also like, well, I feel like they're not telling me yet. Maybe they're trying to tell you through writing. Maybe you should get your journal. and just start asking questions and seeing if if the answer comes out through the writing. Because more than likely, whatever you're here to bring, it's not about you. So they're usually really generous. It's not like, well, how can I get exactly what I want in life? It's like, how I have this thing coming to, like, explain it to me. What is this? And then they just drop it in. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know about your guides, but my guides tend to wake me up in the middle of the night. So the other day they got me up at 2 a.m., didn't go back to sleep till 6. And it was a work day, so I didn't get that much sleep. But it was like they decided 2 o'clock in the morning was a good time for us to have a little chit chat. And I was like, can we do this later, earlier? And they're like, no, right now. So, I think if you're being called to write and at the same time you're like, there's something that needs to unlock, start seeing if they write it back to you. It happens to me all the time. All right. My hands and third eye are feeling so activated. I'm buzzing. Thank you for that clearing. You're welcome. Go get your journal. That's what you needed to hear. So I'm happy that helped. Beautiful. Restoring the earth. I'm new to this, but feel I have a calling. It's just a feeling. That's where it starts, Sharon. That's exactly it. It starts with a feeling. It starts with a knowing. And then the question is, what is this, right? What do I do with this? What is this? What is this? And, however you communicate with your spirit guides, for me, a lot of times it's just direct messages, but it's also, I always say I like to journal because then it's written and then I don't have to go back and remember, like, what did they say? What did you guys say? Can you tell me again? Right. I wrote it down. Now I write really sloppy when I'm writing because it's so fast, but at least it's written down at 2 o'clock in the morning when they're chit-chatting with me. Right. So when you have this feeling, a lot of the question that you can ask is like, okay, I have this feeling. You're giving this to me in feeling and vibration and frequency. Awesome. Thank you. Can we get some human words for this? Can you guys give me some human words? I'll write it down. You can talk to me, whatever you want, but I'm human right now. Like, look at me, guys. And we don't communicate this. I tease my guides all the time. I'm like, hey, slow it down, human time, and my guides react really well, and I'm generally really funny with them and they're pretty funny with me too. Humor is a really beautiful quality of the soul. So it's okay to laugh at ourselves and just be silly. And yeah, I laugh at my guides all the time. Like, are you serious? So, you want that friendship community, that communication with them. Like, you're just talking to them like, hey, what's up? What is going on? What is this feeling I have? Give me some human words. What is this feeling? Write it down and then to see if they write it back to you. Well, what is the assignment on my soul? What am I supposed to do? And if you don't know, I have an astral therapy that's free on my website. You can go experience yourself in the higher realms and then get your soul purpose, your soul assignment through the free astral therapy if you want to. And that's on my website. And I want everyone to go do that because you need to know what you're here to do. Oh, wow, everything just spun around really fast on this. Let's see. How do you connect better with your higher self? You are your higher self. So it's not really about better, but it is about slowing down and listening and not making it mean something it doesn't. So a lot of times when I talk to people who are opening their psychic abilities or trying to or not sure, they put so much pressure on themselves that it's supposed to look a different way. Well, everyone sees and I don't see, or I don't hear, I do it this way. Like, so what happens is if you don't see or hear, people think like, oh, I'm not psychic. I'm not connected to my higher self. I don't know. Actually look around. And maybe you're getting it in a completely different way, but they're not ignoring you. Like, it's coming. You're just missing it because you're looking over here thinking it should look like this or that, what everybody else maybe looks like, but you're not looking over here at how they're actually communicating with you. So how do you connect with your higher self? You are the higher self. So you start just being in that higher realm person, that higher self that you are. Just start acting as if, because that person's in you, that higher vibration, that frequency is in you. So there's no problem with the connection. I think that for some of us, there's a problem with the listening because we want it to look a certain way because we've been taught that these are the ways that it should look. And then it's not. I mean, it is for some people, but not everybody else. So let go of what you think it should look like, let go of what you think connecting with your higher self looks like, and just know and claim it that, no, I'm already connected with my higher self. Everything happens for my highest good, even when you're having a crazy day. And believe me, you guys, today has been an absolute crazy, crazy, crazy day in my business. I mean, just like laughable, really good stuff and really crazy stuff. But I'm always affirming, no, this is all happening for my highest good. all happening for my highest good because I'm wanting the highest good for everybody else. I want the highest good and to usher in a new age for humanity. So my highest good also has to be taken care of and gets to be taken care of so that I can go take care of other people as well. So just claim that. I feel like for you, there's just a claiming of like, I'm in my highest self. This is me. Welcome. You know, that kind of attitude. Okay. Good question though. Thank you for that. Really feeling the magnetics of the energies coming in, especially in the jaw. I know, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Relax, do what you need, spoil yourself, take showers, take baths, like just get in water, however you can kind of like clear off the extra. Cause I feel like there's just a lot of static in the air. Like there's just a lot of like frequency going on. So just clearing that off, I think would be really nice for a lot of you. And just acknowledging like, this is what's happening. This is a little crazy and, you know, we're all going to be okay. But take the pressure off and take, you know, I know we all work or you go to school or you do something like we're all kind of busy, but you have time when you're showering or taking a bath to go, you know what, this is me time. I mean, I'm going to just melt all of this stuff off of me. I don't need to carry it for myself or everybody else. All of these old codes, all of this tension, the static, all of this gets to melt away. And then you can ask your guides for assistance. Hey there, you know, you guys up? Sorry, I'm joking because they wake me up all the time. But like, all right, let's clear some of my energy. I need help. My jaw is so tight. There's a lot of extra energy around my jaw, around my face, around my eyes, whatever you're doing. And just be like, hey, you guys, I need some help here. I'm feeling a little too human right now. Let's go ahead and take care of this for me, right? And then boom, a lot of times they do. They're not ignoring you. They're here to help. All right. I feel like that was a good thank you for that because I feel like a lot of people are feeling like physical stuff and it's real. Like last week I was so tired. So it definitely is real. These things happen. Okay. I'm going through a lot right now, just trying to understand what to do. I feel you are talking to me when you talk about hiding. What needs cleaning so that I can step into my purpose? You need to come into a level of courage that you maybe haven't experienced yet. It's like courage on the other side of courage. And you only need courage for like 1 second, just 1 second of courage to go do whatever it is that you're going to do. That's it. I think sometimes we're looking at this big transformation that has to happen before I'm going to do what I'm here to do. 1 second of courage, 1 second of yes, I'm doing that. I'm putting it out there. This is happening. 1 second. And then watch how your life starts to unfold. Because then the next second, you're like, okay, I have another second of courage. I have one more second. I could do this. And then the next second and the next second. But I think what I'm feeling and what they're saying is like, you're looking for something big to like change. And then you're like, okay, now I'll step into my bigness. You step into that bigness first. You step into your purpose first. You claim it with that 1 second of courage, of bravery, of going, I'm going to do this. This is who I am. I'm going to do this. I'm showing the world who I am and how I'm operating. It just takes that 1 second of courage to do that. And then watch how things open. So I feel like for you, it's not that there's a clearing, but that there's really a courage. And it's hard. Like, I'm not going to tell you this is easy in the beginning. It's hard. You feel like everyone's watching you, they're judging you, they're trolling you. All kinds of stuff are happening, right? Our mind is telling us all kinds of stuff because our brain is only, it's our job, the brain of the job of the brain is just to keep us alive, to keep us safe. And it does, it keeps us safe until it keeps you stuck. And right now, my friend, I feel like it's kept you stuck, right? So you want to be really careful about, is my brain keeping me safe? What does that mean? That means don't cross the street in traffic, right? That means like stay alive, right? Our brains keep us safe. Don't try anything new because we don't know if that's going to kill us, right? It kind of goes back to the brain stem of like, we've never seen that plant before. Let's not eat that, right? That's keeping us safe. But it also happens when it's like, well, I don't know. We've never written that book before. I don't know if people are going to like it. We might get destroyed if we write that book or say that on a podcast or whatever. Right. So it keeps you stuck until it keeps you safe until it keeps you stuck. And I feel like for now it's keeping you stuck. And I feel like that goes for a few more of you on the call and the replay. No more being stuck. 1 second of courage to put it out there, what you're here to do. All right. Okay. Let's see. Do you have any suggestions for connecting with your guides on a deeper level? How to create a stronger relationship? So I think everybody has a different one. Thank you for that. I feel like everyone kind of has a different relationship with their guides. For me, I'm super funny with them. I'm like, what's up, guys? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Are we seriously doing this? Like, can we not right now? And I complain and I joke, but I think in return, they respond because I act in my conversation with them, I can be very human because I'm almost reminding them, like, slow the F down, y'all. I'm in a human body. And they give me a lot of times, like when I'm channeling, they'll give me the whole entire thing all at once. They give me all the information all at once. I'm like, cool. And then they keep talking. So a lot of times you'll see me and I'm like, hey, slow, like one at a time, because they just gave me everything. And then the next set of guides are coming in to give me everything. And I'm like, slow down, you guys. So I'm generally pretty like silly and funny and playful with them, and they respond really well to that. So for you, it's just about, and that's just kind of who I am. I keep things light. This world is heavy. And as I've said before, like there's so much heaviness in the world, and I've seen and experienced a lot of it. So I'm always like, I don't need to go and create more drama. I've already seen a lot of drama. I've seen a lot of trauma. I've seen a lot of horrible things happen to people, right? Working in the hospital, the trauma intensive care, I've seen terrible things happen. I don't need to go create more drama. It's already there. I try to keep things light, and that's just who I am. So I think my guides, like the way that I connect with them is just through my own personality. I'm not trying to change and be really serious and like go into a deep meditation and like, do I meditate? Yes. And I have for years, every single day. Is that how I have this connection with my guide? I don't think so. I think I've always been this way. I'm sarcastic with them. I talk back. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I joke with them. So who are you? And how can you just bring that into communicating with your guides so that it's like talking to a best friend, right? So that it's not, I feel like there's just like this pressure on you. Whew, taking off that pressure to just be you, to just be your kind, sweet self to your guides and ask questions and know that you're already connected. It's like a drop of water who feels disconnected from the ocean. And the drop of water is like, I'm so dry. I'm so dry. Does anyone have some lotion? I'm dry. I don't know who I am. I'm dry. And the ocean's looking at the drop of water going, you're water. You're wet. You're never going to be anything but wet. The water's feeling disconnected from being water. And I feel like that's what's happening to you and a lot of people. You're just feeling disconnected from the truth of who you are. You're a drop of water sitting outside the ocean going, I'm so dry. Does anyone have any cream? Does anyone have any lotion? You don't need that. Be your authentic self as the soul. And it does come down to remembering who you are and then operating from that. So all of the questions can go back to, well, do you remember who you are? How are you working on remembering who you are? How are you coming into that oneness state of like, oh, okay, I am love, I am joy, I am bliss, I am the infinite soul. Because then all the human questions that you have either get answered very fast, or you're like, that doesn't really matter. I'm just in this right now, and we're going to have fun, and everything's working out for my highest good, and I don't have to worry anything to death. So I feel like that was for a lot of you. So to answer your specific question, I don't know where it is anymore, but how do I have a stronger relationship with your guides? You have a stronger relationship with the self, and command that version of you within you, knowing that version, that soul within you cannot be separate from anything. And you sort of command that, hey, I am one. There's no separation here. So I want to have a communication with my guides. Either you ask them how they're communicating, or you say, hey, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna, like, you can do, you either do it just with your eyes closed psychically and you hear all the answers, or you take out your journal and you write, to my highest and lightest and most enlightened guides, I have a question today. Thank you so much for guiding me, but I have some questions. My first question is blah, blah, blah. And then sit there with a pen and see what they answer back. Works for me. And when I teach this, it works for a lot of people. And, and then you have the tangible evidence. Like I can go back. I created whole programs and all these things the other night at 2 o'clock in the morning that they downloaded me more about my business. But it's great because I have it all written down too. So I like that for you. Okay. Yes, I know what you're saying. I need human words. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me see here. All right. Okay. I'm autistic and I feel it gets in my way for being more in alignment with my higher self, or is that an excuse? It's hard for me to be very social, but I try my best. Still feels I'm failing. I don't think so. I don't feel like that needs to get in your way. I feel like you get to get out of your way and use this as, instead of an excuse or a hindrance, but to say, hey, I have my own way of doing things and you need to own it. You need to own whatever your own way is. That's alignment. You don't want to look at everybody else who lives in alignment in some other way and say, oh, that's alignment for the masses, so I need to get into alignment the way they feel it, because then that's alignment. No, that's just following the masses. And believe me, there's a lot of people out there who are like claiming to be so aligned, and then I talk to them and they're actually not very aligned. So, and that's okay. We're all human. I'm just saying, don't put the standards up higher than you. You are the standard for alignment for yourself, and no one else can be that standard but you. So you are setting the standard for yourself. What does alignment mean to you? How do you answer these questions of what does alignment mean to me? Is it just intuitively and feeling it? Is it writing down a list? Is it having a talk with someone and bouncing it off of them? What is it? What does alignment mean to you? Get clarity around what alignment means to you, not what it means to me, not what it means to somebody else, right? Now, there's a deeper level of alignment with your soul, and that means that just is, right? Hopefully it doesn't mean too many things for too many people. It's just aligning with the truth of who you are as the soul, and that's beautiful. So that's just a knowing within you, a feeling, a remembering of who you are as the soul. But I feel like your question is more about, like, because you shouldn't have to try to be aligned with your higher self. You are your higher self. It is you, right? So the question is like, what does that mean to you, the higher self? And I do, again, I have the free astral therapy. I think you meet your higher self in the astral therapy. I did it a while ago, but you're also welcome to go get that. It's free on my free resources page. So you can experience yourself as a higher realm being in the higher realms with your higher self. And that might just be what you need to go do that. So again, it's free. It's on my website, and you can just go grab that and see if that helps you, helps that give you clarity of like, okay, because I can't tell a lot of you the answers. I don't like doing that. I like having you guys get the experience of like, oh, okay, now I've experienced myself as a higher realm being. Now I know. I don't even need human words anymore because I know it. I feel it. How do I talk to my guides? Now I know. So go do is, if you can go find a free astral therapy on my website, go get that. You're very, okay, very good. Yeah. I see and feel so much more than most people around me. You're welcome. Yeah. So what is alignment for you, right? It's not going to be, it's different for everybody. Soul alignment is different, right? But I feel like you're asking like a two-part question, because soul alignment doesn't ask any, the soul doesn't have questions. So I'm wondering if you're asking more of like, how do I operate from my higher realm self? All right. Great tips. I'm so glad. I'll write down some questions tonight. Good. Made me laugh about being dry and they're all in water. That's exactly how I was feeling. Exactly. I know. I was calling you out. You're like, I need lotion. And the universe is like, you're water. We can't help you. You're already wet. What do you want? Okay, I did it. It was fast for me. Oh, the astral therapy was fast for you. Okay. Yeah, I do move fast. I mean, you can watch the replays many times as you want. I don't take it away from you. So you can always like hit pause and just like be there longer if you want. And I will come out with some meditations and things just to help. That'll probably pop on my website as well. Okay. And then this one says, and I just have another minute. I used to consciously astral project, but I'm unable to do it anymore. Oh, well, I think the two-part answer. One is why. I always want to know, like, okay, well, what was that? Why was that necessary back then in my life? Why did I need that experience, right? Because a lot of times we had something and we think we need the experience again. And if you were able to do that so easily, I would ask like, okay, what did I need from that? What did I learn? And is it complete? If it's not complete and you feel like you need to do that again, you can join me in an astral therapy. We'll astral travel together. A lot of times it wakes up memories and people are like, oh my God, I remember this now. Because I'm explaining and describing the astral realm and everybody's been there. So you guys are like remembering it. So it might just take that if that feels good to you. Again, it's free. Go get it. But the question really is for you, like, why? This is what they're telling me. Why am I not doing it anymore? What, and not like pity party why, but like, okay, cool. I did it before. Why am I not needing that experience right now? Right. Like I was in samadhi. I was in like oneness consciousness with everyone in my 20s. And I used to ask, like, why don't I have, because, well, actually, long story, I asked for it to go away because I was only feeling bliss. I know, my bad, big mistake. But then I look and I'm like, okay, I'm not in oneness consciousness on the level that I was, where I was like one with people 30 cars back in traffic, and I was doing magical things and all kinds of experiences were happening to me, right? And I'm not in that same level today. And it was, I used to regret it and be like, well, but that was so special. And I was like, that was amazing. And why can't I do that anymore? And then I changed my tone from why can't I do that anymore to, okay, cool. Why didn't I need to do that anymore? Oh, okay, cool. Answer came to me because you need to be more human, because you weren't relatable when you were just blissed out, like floating everywhere. I wasn't getting a lot done. I wasn't a relatable person. I was just like blissed. So, okay, then I kind of grew out of the why, and went into, oh, okay, now I know why. Cool. I'm going to get things done. I'm in a human body. I can still tap into it, but I am human. And that doesn't make me less enlightened because I'm not like spaced out and blissed out 24 hours a day. I'm I'm humaning. I'm doing the work that I need to do, and I have to be grounded to do that. So I want you to flip the script and ask, cool, why? Okay. I think that'll help you a lot. I think you're pretty darn psychic. Okay. All right, last question I'm going to get to. A lot of times when I do energy work, I just leave my body and have no memory of where I've been, but I still feel the job was, you were doing, I did the job you're, okay, good. So you did a good job. You may be moving into your, I mean, I would intentionally move into your higher self body, your higher realm body, your soul, and just work from there. And then you know where you're at. And I know a lot of times when we're doing the healing, it's like time just moves by and we're like, what just happened? Right. Because we're so in it. So you can actually just go into that higher realm being that you are, do the healing, and then come back into your human body, clear yourself off when you're done, and just see if that feels like now you have a little more control over where you're going without just feeling like, what just happened? I don't know where I went. That's really weird. Start to participate and say, hey, I'm a high being. I'm a soul. I get to stay awake for this, and see if that helps. All right. Okay, beautiful. Just grounding you all in, just bringing in more lights, more of these higher lights that are coming in. Beautiful. You guys should be feeling better, hopefully a lot more awake, just infusing you with so much of these new codes. Again, if you're interested in working a little deeper with me, I have some courses. One of them's $22 on my website. Another one's $44. I have them pretty low cost. And then there's the membership you can get in if you really want to work with me. Starts at $49 a month, or you could just do it for a month as well. So there's options. It's very come and go in my world if you just want to work for a little bit. But there's a lot in there. There's like $2,000 worth of value, added value compared to just the membership. So if anybody wants to do deeper levels of astral therapy for me, I go way deeper. The stuff I do online, whether it's free or on YouTube, that's like kind of intro level. Yesterday's call was phenomenal. That was definitely more advanced level. So if anybody's interested, jump in. I'd love to have you in there, whether it's for a month or for a longer time. It's up to you. But I loved being here with you today. I hope you're feeling good. I hope everyone's starting to feel a little more energized now. We just had to clear off that sort of the I don't know what it was, like the static from the solar flares, that sort of that heaviness that we were feeling from it, and come back alive and start doing the work that you're here to do. All right. So thank you for being here. If you loved this, please share the video. If you have a friend that you think would benefit from getting their energy cleared from this solar flare thing that we're going through. It needs some upgrades. Definitely share the video. I loved having you guys here. I'm so happy to be connected with all of you. It's truly been my pleasure. Really grateful to have so many new people in my life right now. And thank you for following me here. And I'm usually here every week on Thursdays. It used to be 12:30, but I've sort of moved it to 2 o'clock. So that might be my new time. But things are just getting sorted out on my end. But I'm generally here every week for free on YouTube. All right, my loves. So if you need to get into my free astral therapy, go to my website. I'll put the link in here for you guys so that you have it. And then everything you can find from there. Let me just get this one for you because you guys, I do want you to have my free stuff for sure. Some of you have already gotten it, and some of you are new here. So I'm just going to make sure that you have it, and then we can stay in touch that way. There we go. And that's everything there. So you guys are welcome to go get all of that. Thank you for being here. I really enjoyed our time together, and I will definitely be seeing you guys next week when I go live again.